Good morning, this is Keloland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Rapid City man has been sentenced to 80 years after fatally shooting a man with autism in 2021. Originally charged with first-degree murder, 34-year-old William Daly pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter back in July.
Daly was accused in the death of Austin Freeman, who was 20 years old, who was found shot in northeastern Rapid City. At the time, police said Freeman was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
In addition to the 80-year sentence, Daly was also issued a no-contact order with Freeman's family throughout the duration of his sentence.
Senator John Thune says he will do what he can to move President-elect Trump's cabinet picks through the confirmation process as quickly as possible. Thune will become Senate Majority Leader when the new Congress convenes in early January.
Thune admits his relationship with the incoming president has not always been the best, but he says the two currently have a good line of communication.
I think we want to see the same things get done when it comes to the economy and energy and the border, national security. And you know, that happens when you've got people that are, you know, when you're aligned on certain objectives, and we are, I think it creates a real opportunity to get some significant things done.
As Thune takes over as Majority Leader, Republicans will have a 53-seat majority in the Senate. The current 6-year term for Thune and the 4-year term for President-elect Trump will end in January of 2029. Thune can run again, but Trump cannot.
A few of President-elect Donald Trump's administration nominees are gaining attention for their past sexual misconduct allegations. Both Pete Hegseth and Matt Gaetz deny any wrongdoing as they've been nominated by Trump to work in his second administration. There have also been sexual-related allegations against Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Elon Musk.
The Compass Center in Sioux Falls is the only rape crisis center in the state and says they encourage all victims to speak up and get help, whatever that may look like.
Our doors are open for victims whether they choose to report to law enforcement or whether they don't, and we support them in however they choose to go forward. I think their story matters, their experience matters, and we're here to listen and hear that story and provide them support as they navigate that journey.
If you or someone you know is looking for sexual assault resources, we've linked information to the Compass Center with this story on Keloland.com. Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munn, starting our first true cold stretch of weather this winter.
Yeah, going right into this coming weekend, though temperatures will slowly start to warm by the time we do get into Saturday and Sunday. We'll get another hit of colder air just in time for the shortened work week next week. In the meantime, today we'll go with a decrease in cloud cover, decrease in wind speed, temperatures in the 30s and 40s for afternoon highs. Brian will have more details on that forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that is currently uncurable. While some medicines have helped people with the disease, Danica Wheelberg's body has not responded well to the medicine.
She says that the lack of a cure can be heartbreaking.
There needs to be more fundraising for a cure for CF because that pill and drug for CF doesn't work for everybody the way that it's exactly supposed to.
Tomorrow there's going to be a Corks and Kegs event held to help raise awareness and funds for cystic fibrosis research, which Danica is the ambassador for. We've posted information on the event and how you can help out here on Keloland.com.
An art teacher at Hawthorne Elementary recently had her students complete a project that honored South Dakota artists Tom Dempster and Molly Nome Nelson.
The project consisted of photography and watercolor, and it provided her students with a unique opportunity.
I don't think anybody's used photography as a medium in elementary art, and it's something that they're introduced to in middle school and high school. So I thought, what a good experience for my students to get to try something new.
As part of the project, the students got to spend some time outside taking photos of landscapes around the school.
It didn't take much snow in Sioux Falls to motivate shoppers to start looking for warm winter gear.
At Fleet Farm, the store's general manager says one of the most popular items this year is battery-heated apparel.
And they actually have a scarf that has little hand pockets in it that heat up, socks, gloves, vests, jackets, and they're really, really popular.
The battery-heated gloves will cost you around $130.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather today is certainly starting off chilly, but we've got temperatures coming back here to the 30s and 40s this afternoon. And yeah, for Sioux Falls and much of our eastern areas, that is technically below normal for this time of the year. Clouds also greatly impact that ability to warm. But some good news with the wind. It's not as strong today. It'll be running 15 to 25 and then eventually decreasing to light and variable winds coming up tomorrow. Now, as you look at the maps here for today, you notice your warmest numbers are in southwest South Dakota. Pine Ridge, Hot Springs, we're right there, probably in the upper 40s and low 50s. Tomorrow, we'll actually see similar readings in the southwest. It'll be warmer there. It's a chilly start, though. A lot of teens tomorrow morning in northeast, east central South Dakota. Looking at tomorrow, it's a blend of sun and clouds. We have a developing warm front with some high-level clouds moving into the west. But that warm front should help to give us a little bounce back this weekend. More 40s. You got to remember, now this time of year and now what we've been through, 40s are going to be probably the top end of the scale in many of our counties east river. Now, as we go into early next week, let's take a look at the broader perspective here. I think we've got a pretty good chance of a system that'll be moving across Montana and North Dakota on Sunday. You can see on Saturday starting to develop. There it is, Saturday night up there toward Glasgow, and then that'll probably spread in snow to our north. I would like to keep an eye on that cold front as it comes south Sunday night. There's a chance we could develop some snow with that. Not anything major, but just something to keep in mind. And this will also bring in some wind and eventually some cooler weather, kind of working our way into Monday. So we're inclined to kind of bring in a temperature drop at that point in the forecast. Beyond that, and by the way, this will also recap that story. You can see right in here, late Sunday night, early Monday. So that's something there. How do we get into Thanksgiving week beyond that? Well, at this point, it looks like it could be a little chilly to start the week. No major systems here. But then once we get out to Thanksgiving, or maybe a little bit beyond that, there's a lot of timing issues that we're still dealing with. But we do feel that there is going to be a chunk of cold that'll break loose later next week. When that happens, that's when the snow chances will come back to life. And obviously, we got a little bit of that at the end of our 7-day on Wednesday. We're just kind of holding back right now. No word on specific storm tracks or anything like that. But we do know that that will be tied to some significant cold. I would pay attention to that because you know what? With Thanksgiving being later on the calendar this year too, we've got early December and you know our history. We can get some pretty cold air in early December. 30s for highs today. We'll take it. Sioux Falls 34, 38 tomorrow, low 40s for the weekend. And then watching day 7, that's right there ahead of Thanksgiving. There could be some precipitation possibilities. Aberdeen in the northeast, it's overall a pretty chilly forecast. 30s are going to be tough to shake. Really, we're probably staying there. And even Monday with that cold front, bringing that air out of North Dakota, we could be in the upper 20s. Could be looking at some snow chances there at the end of the forecast. And that's also true for Pierre and Rapid City. But many, many details to watch on how that's all going to unfold there. So just keep watching the weather. We'll keep you posted both on air and online at KELOLAND.com.